Hi guys, I hope y'all are having an awesome day. I am having a awesome day. So today is a topic that a lot of people we try to stay away from because we don't want to be judged or looked at different. I'm at the point in my life where I'm learning to embrace my fears and I don't let my shortcomings define me, or I don't let my shortcomings where a person by, well, is this, is that, or whatever. So today the topic is mental health. And I want you guys to know you have to advocate for yourself. You have to know what's best for yourself. Okay? And I'm talking from my experience. A lot of doctors, therapists do not care about their patients. I'm going to repeat that again. A lot of doctors, a lot of therapists do not care about their patients. They there to work for a check, and they can care less about their patients. And a lot of their recommendations don't accommodate you. So I do believe that there is some people that truly needs medication, okay? I do believe that. Some people, mental health is out of whack where they definitely need medication. And there's nothing wrong with that. Taking medicine doesn't make you crazy or nothing like that. But I feel like if you in the right state of mind, you should be able to advocate for yourself and know this don't work for me. Like somebody might can take Tylenol, right? And they can say, I took Tylenol. Tylenol don't work for my headache. So then about, I take a leave worked. Or, you know what I mean? Or I took an aspirin. So there's different ways. So a lot of these therapists, they got their buddies. So I be getting them confused. There's a psychiatrist and a psychologist. So one of them you go to just to talk, and one of them you go and they write the prescription. Okay? So there's two different kinds. So I recently got a new therapist. Okay, I recently got a new therapist, and I went to go see him, and it was so shocking. These questions was very odd, very just weird, and you have to watch a lot of times how you answer mental health questions. So a lot of things they want to worry about: do you own guns, and this and that, and how you feeling today. You could go in there today feeling just woozy or what, I don't know, but they ask a lot of these questions that I'm like, okay, all right. However, I'm answering and whatever. So they kept asking these questions about drugs, like drug abuse. So the way that they asked the questions was like, have somebody told you needed to stop using drugs? Have your drugs, prescription drugs or illegal drugs or alcohol, caused you from function? So it wasn't a don't apply to me. It's either yes or no. So all these questions about drugs. So I wasn't comfortable at all answering none of those questions, because a lot of these questions, we go into these mental health offices and we write all this stuff down. Then they store that into your file, and you can go to the doctor and break a bone, and you might need some Vicodin or something like that because you didn't answer this questionnaire. They got these questions locked in on your file. They'll put down like, you got a problem with prescription drugs, you got a problem with drugs, alcohol, because it's not giving you an option to say, I don't use drugs, I don't use this, it doesn't apply to me. It's just either yes or no. So I didn't fill out none of that. So this is my very first encounter with this man. And I am not a person that's a fan of medication. Have they gave me medicine before? Yes. And I felt like the doctors didn't give a damn about me. They was prescribing me medications that's prescribed to knock you out and telling me I can drive a car. Okay. And when the man referred to me, he said color people. And I'm like, we don't call us color people. Okay, we're considered African American. He talking to me, this man so old, his fingers crooked. So he writing, he got whatever condition, his fingers is all twisted the wrong way. So I'm like, I was offended the fact that he referred to me as color people. Then he write me a prescription of 100 milligram drugs that's designed to knock you the fuck out and told me I can drive a car. I was convinced. He's trying to get me in a situation. And then what they'll do, they'll write these prescriptions, get in a car accident, and then you go to saying this and that. They'll go in there and change the prescription and say, only take this at night. And they'll switch it. So you'll be up there going to court and going wherever where the doctor prescribed and said, I can drive a car. And then they'll go in there and take all that off your file, where it's like that never happened. So with me seeing that they have the ability to do that, I have to advocate for myself, and I have to know what's best for myself. Medication may be for some people with mental health, but medication is not for me. So just going back, so for me, from a little girl, I was born with a veil over my face. I was always different. I can see things, sense things. I see spirits, but a lot of times you can't go to therapy and tell them that, because the first thing they think is you delusional, you crazy. You can't, what I mean? So I always knew that I was different, and my family, my mom and them, they knew that I had a different type of ability. I can sense stuff. So what I realized about me later in life, like my mama prayed a lot of that stuff away from me. So what I realized about me later in life, I can go in courthouses, and I'm in there for a simple traffic ticket, and I will be in there freaking bawling. I'm in there for traffic. I ain't in no real trouble. I go in hospitals and I get to feeling all weird. And I finally met a lady, and she said, I want to tell you something about you. She said, why are you having all this anxiety? Your body pick up energy. In a courthouse, people is fighting for their life. They losing their kids. They on trial. It's a lot of stuff going on in courthouses. In hospitals, people's dying. There's emotion. So there's a lot of energy. So what's happening to you was making you, I go into a severe panic attack. You're picking up energy. So I started learning about energy and different things. So I realized I'm different. Do I have real anxiety, real depression, real PTSD? Yes, I do. My son was killed. I went in the house afterwards. They released the crime scene. And as I wake up today, and my son been gone 7 years, I wake up and I look on the walls and blood be everywhere. But I know where that come from. That's what the soldiers go through. That's that PTSD. I realize that is not happening. I just laid out and I pray a little bit. And I refocus my eyes, and I'm like, there's no blood on the wall. Like, I literally know that no blood is on these walls, okay? But that's the type of stuff that I experience and different things like that. So the anxiety, so me going around people, so I don't feel comfortable in restaurants and gatherings and all this weird stuff. And like a lot of stuff that's happening, I done had dreams, and I'm not going to go deep in that because I know YouTube, you can't say a lot of stuff, but I've always felt weird. Like I go to restaurants, I didn't want to be there. I'm like, come on, let's get the food and go. And then later in life, a lot of weird stuff started happening. Like, some stuff that I probably thought about, some stuff I probably dreamed about, but I'm not going to get all off into that, but so I realized that I was definitely different. I do realize that I don't fit in a lot of places. So I feel like I have to protect my peace, and a lot of things I can't go around. And then you got to think, I'm also 50 years old now. I'm not younger. So a lot of things I used to do, I don't do. And I used to hang out and go all these places by myself. I almost got kidnapped when I was younger in my 20s. So that put the fear of God in me. So a lot of times you can have traumatic experiences in your life. I grew up in the damn projects, and if they used to shoot like a Western movie, you go outside and the gangbangers shooting at each other broad day, like pow, 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 and you sitting there watching like an episode of The Wire. In real life, this is happening. They shooting at each other in broad daylight and don't give a fuck who looking. So my life have been traumatic, okay? So when you have a traumatic life, your fear level is up there. You know what I'm saying? If a person ain't experienced that type of stuff, they fear level is not up there. So I'm saying this to say, you got to advocate for yourself, and you got to know what's right for yourself. So I learned that I'm different. I was born different. I have different type of energy that I can pick up on. So intensify a lot of things that I go through. I understand I have PTSD. When I open my eyes, I understand that those are delusions. They're not real, but they're happening. And when they put me on mental health meds, and I used to be driving a car, and just imagine you in a car with me and I'm driving and I go, whoa, and they be like, the person in the car, be like, girl, what's wrong? I'd be terrified to tell them what I just saw. And they be like, what's wrong with you? And I be scared because I'm the one driving the car. And they'll keep asking a question. And I say, I just visualize a car accident and going through the windshield. I just go, oh my God. So just imagine you driving somebody and you having these episodes. But what I realize is that the medication they had me on was bringing all those episodes. And they was intensifying and making it worse. Every time I'm in a car, these weird visions. I'm not even a violent person. And my ex-husband was doing weird shit and made me want to do. And I'm not even a violent person. Like the thoughts I was having. And a lot of time that medicine would numb you where you ain't thinking rational. You would do something real fucked up. Like in my rational mind, I know that ain't right. You can't make no man love you. They can go cheat. They can go do this. Who is you? You not God. You don't put judgment on their life. You don't put your hands on nobody. That's a grown man. Let him do whatever he want to do. That's my thought process. But when you on those mental health meds, they numb you till you like a zombie. Don't nothing matter. So whatever crazy thought come in your mind, oh, go do this. In your mind, you might go do it. So that's the experience that I was experiencing on mental health meds. It was more intensified. I started having all these weird delusions. That was not my thoughts. It took me years, guys. Because I used to get bullied. And I'm talking about not by the people in the school. My family and them used to bully me. Because the people I love, I would let them bully me. But I ain't going to let just no regular person bully me. But I was bullied by the people I love. My family, my lover, like people like that. I would let them bully me because I wouldn't challenge them. They say something, especially my older siblings, I just be quiet and take whatever the hell they put out until I start praying. No, fuck that. Let me stand up for myself no matter who the fuck it is. I turned into the Black Power lady and I was advocating for myself and telling everybody, nope, that don't work for me. Nope, that don't work for me because I learned to look out for my best interest. So I make this appointment to this therapist. This is man first time ever meeting me a day in his life. An appointment was 3 months out, meaning he had 3 months to pull my record, to pull my file, to look at my history, to do all that. That man didn't read one fucking thing about me. He only read the current therapist I had, but he didn't read nothing else about me. You know why he didn't take the time to read? Because he really didn't give a fuck, okay? He didn't give a fuck. He was in there to send me to his buddy that they friends and they probably play poker on the weekend for him to pop me up with the pills and they high five and, you know, they making money. Y'all got to watch Painkillers and y'all will watch how these doctors and therapists, when you don't got the right people in your corner, they will give you any fucking thing. You have to know what's right for you. I thank God that I have a doctor. My doctor and the last therapist I had, that woman cared about me because she understood where I was at with the pain meds. And she understood that people is born with certain type of abilities. A lot of therapies, if you tell me you got ability, I ain't running around saying I'm Jesus and all this. I'm not on that. I'm telling you that I can sense shit before it fucking happened. I'm telling you that. But they don't want to hear that because that don't sound normal to them. So they want to pop you with a pill because you say something like that. Yes, the shit that I'm seeing, y'all seen the drawers opening, and I showed to y'all the video. Stuff come on in my house without me touching. I unplug the blenders and stuff, and the lights, because all the lights are turned on, and I know Alexa had the ability to do that, but my lights ain't on there. I tell her she's plugged into like a fan or something like that, so if I want the fan on, and then the TV, I talk to the TV and stuff like that, but this stuff went on no Alexa downstairs. I ain't got the plugs in there for these blenders and the microwaves and all this stuff. I'm sleeping, this stuff going off. Nobody in here but me and Gino. Gino can't get on no fucking counter and press no buttons. Okay? So, but you can't tell. You tell them that, then it's a delusion because a lot of them don't believe in the afterlife and spirits and stuff like that. So a lot of times I can't really talk to them and tell them real shit because they don't want to hear it. Okay? So, but this man didn't look at none of my stuff. Nothing. And he's sitting there talking to me. Well, what did they say is wrong with you? Or what did this and that and that? So, and I told him, well, they diagnosed me with anxiety, depression, PTSD. And I said, well, when I started trying to give him the reasons why I was diagnosed with the anxiety, you know, and the PTSD and this, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. We're not here. We're just here to get to know each other and this, that, and that. So you don't want to hear what caused me to have the PTSD. You don't want to hear what caused me to have the anxiety. You don't want to hear what caused me to have the depression. You don't want to hear the environment that I grew up in. You didn't want to hear how I was raised. You don't want to hear none of that. You want to talk to me And I tell you, I'm not a medicine. And after 45 minutes of talking about me, you know, that man said, you definitely need medication. I'm looking like, huh? I definitely need medication. I'm not in denial that I have severe anxiety. I'm not in denial that I have severe depression. I'm not in denial that I have PTSD. Most people that's crazy can't admit none of that. They'll tell you ain't shit wrong with them. I'm not in denial of those things. But you could give me a pill and I wake up tomorrow, I'm still going to have anxiety. You can give me a pill and wake up and still going to have depression episode. You can give me a pill, I'm still going to wake up and see blood on the wall, okay? You can give me a pill and I'm still going to have certain fears based off of what I done been through in my life. Should I get certain restaurants and like if I go in the hood and a whole bunch of people get to coming in there and I go, oh shit. And I'm sitting there and that man said to somebody on the phone, he said, I'm finna snatch a purse. I said, we're in the wrong fucking neighborhood. Let's go. Fuck this food. So it's like, ain't no pill gonna take that away. You still gonna have those triggers. So the difference is I want a therapist that understand me, that understand what I'm going through and understand that a pill can't help that. But we could do talk therapy and what we can do to calm down the anxiety. So I can sit up in my bed and when I'm seeing shit that's not real, mine is powerful over any pill that they can give you. Like they said, the placebo effect. You can give somebody a pill and tell them it's for a headache and it be nothing but a sugar pill. You take it, you go, oh, my head feel better. See how powerful your mind is? So my mind, I can get up and sit in this bed say the devil is a lie. Ain't no blood on these walls. And I can tell myself that and know that and be good. But you want to put me on a medicine that's intensifying the fears or numbing me to, I don't even fucking know what's going on. You wake up and you thinking it's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever. You know what I mean? And you waking up and it's fucking, because I keep my room dark. So I got these blackout curtains and stuff. So you waking up, it could be 10 o'clock at night, but you don't know whether you coming or going. So this video is saying to anybody, you advocate for yourself. You know what's best for yourself because these doctors are buddies. Please watch Painkillers if y'all haven't. And y'all will understand that it's money in the medicine game. The more they pump you up, the more money that they going to get because medicine sell. If you going to mental health and you ain't popping no pills there, they be like, what you in here for? Because I'm the type of person, I can look myself in the mirror and I can acknowledge, I know that I'm different. I know now I don't fit in with everybody. I can't go to all these large gatherings and hang out with all these people and do all the things I used to do because I'm different now. My mind is different. My thought process is different. My world is different. My trauma is different. My life is different. My fears is different. But I know what's best for me. And I told this man, I don't do medicine. That ain't what I'm on. I'm not telling you that I don't have these issues, but I'm telling you, I understand that they're not real. But his solution was, you need to be on medicine and this, that, and that. And they gave me, I said, do you know this doctor gave me 100 milligrams psychotic med, told me to drive a car. I'm driving and fucking going to sleep. Had to pull over, call roadside assistance to come and get my car, call my sister because I'm terrorized. Like, what? He's talking about, oh, doctors is known to do that. Oh, that's okay. For him to give me medicine that's designed to knock out a fucking horse and he tell me to drive a car, that's normal because you're going to give me the same shit, right? And go tell me, oh, you could take this and you could go drive a bus if you want to. You advocate for yourself if you got the capacity. Now, some people, I do feel that some people need social workers. Some people do need team members. They do need people to advocate for them. I do know that there's people out there. So I'm never, ever giving no suggestion to nobody to not take their medicine. If medicine is for you and it works for you, you take it. But I'm talking about to the newcomers that's coming in this and they learning and they trying to figure it out. Medicine ain't going to make it better. You're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to have that same anxiety, depression, PTSD. So It's the trauma that we've been through, the fears, the anxiety. So when you've been through all that type of stuff, you're on high alert. You know what I'm saying? So for instance, like what we went through in 9/11. You notice now you go to the airport is on high alert because they not letting that shit fly. They alert now. So that's what happened with people. When shit happened to you, you alert now. You ain't gonna let that same shit sneak up on you because you know now what people capable of and what they can do in relationship and family and friendships and all that. I know that shit. And I know what people are capable of doing. I'm advocating for myself. I'm standing up, and when shit don't feel right, I'm gonna call it out. No, you ain't gonna do all this and that to me. No. Go on over there with that. Because I know what's best for me and I know what worked for me. So this video is for anybody that's new and they going through something. Don't be afraid to admit. You ain't got to go talk to everybody because you ain't going to fit in. Like, so now what I learned to do in my life is so much easier, and people ain't mad at me feeling like, oh, she don't support. She don't do this. She don't come. I finally had to sit down and get honest with the people that's closest to me and say, hey, I can't come to your get-togethers. I can't come to your parties because I'm dealing with something in me that I don't fit in no more. Y'all having a good time. I'm over there, a breakout in the crying session. I'm still grieving. I still got a lot that's going on. So these settings don't work for me no more. I love you. I get you a gift, but I can't come. So I learned to do that. Now people ain't mad. They ain't like, oh, she's so phony. She's so fake. Because I learned to be honest. Like my neighbor's like, oh, they said, she's weird. She's stuck up. She don't talk to people. So I finally, my one neighbor that does a lot for me, she said, they invited you to come. And they was like, you weird, this, that, and that. I said, okay. So they was all sitting and doing their little thing. I went and I let them know. I said, you know what? How y'all doing? And they said, okay. I said, I just come over here and I'm just going to let y'all know. I'm not weird. I have a severe anxiety disorder, depression, and I don't fit well in groups. So I'm letting y'all know this so y'all will know, so y'all won't feel that I'm weird or being rude. Y'all see, y'all speak to me. I speak to everybody, but I'm not a people person. I can't come sit out and have coffee, cookies, and wine with y'all, okay? I can't do that. I can speak to y'all, hello, but I ain't going to be visiting none of y'all houses, okay? I ain't coming to nobody potluck. I ain't fitting in because I'm grieving and I'm different. So now I'm able to say that, and I'm not afraid no more of what people think about me. You see that? When you're able to own your shit, what is there to fear? So now I don't worry about what people think about me. I don't fit in. So I'm not going. I ain't going to plant no flowers with y'all. None of that. I am not doing nothing. So advocate for yourself. Know what works for you. And test your doctor. And just see. Just test your doctor. If you got a therapist, just, even if it ain't an appointment, just call, oh, I want to speak to Barbara. Can you tell Barbara to call me? I'm having a little crisis. And see if she call you back. If your therapist care about you, she going to call you back. If she don't, she won't. When my son got killed, I called my therapist. And I was on a flight getting ready to go. So I had to wait like 2 hours to get on a plane. And I'm having a mental meltdown in the airport. My whole family's gone. I called my therapist and asked her, could she please call me back? That lady never called me back. I walked in her mental health office 3 weeks later because I was going to therapy because my mother was dying with cancer and I was trying to adjust to that and all this other shit that I'm going with. And out of nowhere, my son, my baby daddy, and another brother was killed instantly. Murdered, not killed. They was murdered. So I called her to ask her, hey, I need to talk to you. I need some coping skill because I don't take meds. That lady never called. I went to an appointment and I said, hey, how you doing? She said, I'm okay. She said, oh, I'm so sorry about your family. I said, okay. You did get my message, huh? She said, yeah. I said, do that phone work? She said, what phone? The phone on your desk. She said, I said, did you get my message? Was you at work? She said, She said, I'm your friend. I said, shut up because you're not my friend. You my therapist. I wasn't asking you to call me at home. I wasn't asking you to hang out with me. I wasn't asking you nothing. I said I needed coping skills because I was going through mental breakdown, and all I needed was you to talk to me. Just say, hey, calm down, take a deep breath, whatever therapist is designed to do. So I felt I was dealing with the best. I'm going to mental health. Hey, I'm having a breakdown. You didn't even call me back. I was in Illinois for 2 weeks planning a funeral. You didn't even call me back. I had to come back to Minnesota and make an appointment to sit down and look you in your face and tell you I'm never coming back to you again, because what you showed me, you don't care about your patients. I'm so sorry. Don't be sorry. My grandfather said, be careful. But you have a great day. The next patient that go through what I do and they call you, please be a better therapist to them than you was to me. And with that being said, deuces. And I got up and walked out of her office. And I hope she's a better therapist now to somebody else than she was to me, because my mind was all over the place and I just needed some help from mental health and I couldn't get it. So I'm sharing that story. That's what mental health, some of them will do. And that's why I feel like a lot of mental health people don't care. Some of them do, because I had a good one that did. So find the right doctors, the right therapies, the right people, the right team that understands you and cares about you and going to put you in a position to win. Not put you in a position to help their buddy because he get a kickback if they put you on these meds and give you this medicine. And watch what you say, because they put that in your file and then have it looking like you abuse medication or drugs or whatever. I don't do drugs. Never have. I don't smoke. Now I occasionally drink, put a little Crown, whatever. But far as cigarettes, anything else, prescription pills, any hardcore drug, I've never did that. So y'all not going to have me answering these dumbass questions so y'all can put on my file and then have it like I'm a drug user. And then here come the life insurance people. They ready to cancel me because they think that I'm a drug user. No, watch what you say to these people and watch what you write, because they'll put it in your file and destroy your life. My niece done all that dumb shit trying to get attention, playing with mental health. She just was trying to go to the military, and she did all that bullshit years ago, living here with me, playing with mental health like she wanted to do some shit, and she wanted to go to the military. And guess what? That file came up. They told her, sorry, your mental health file came up and you won't be a candidate. She cried like a baby. I was just faking. See what faking get you? In a shitload of trouble you can't get out. So with that being said, guys, you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for listening, but advocate for yourself. Toodles. So the beautiful thing, when I was sitting in the airport and I was on a plane, going on a plane by myself because my mother was at home on hospice, dying. And my two sisters that live here, they was taking care of my mama. And just imagine my mama in her last stages, and now we got to tell her grandson gone. And she coming to a funeral. And I told my two sisters, I said, don't let mama come. Y'all stay here and take care of mama. They was like, what about you? I was like, I'm going to go home. And, all our family is home. And I said, I'm going to do what I can do, but please don't bring mama, because that's going to hurt me even worse. For my mama that can barely walk and we seeing her and then dealing with this, don't bring mama, because I felt that it would kill her more. But the compassion of a stranger had more compassion for me than my therapist in the airport. It was a white lady, and she was sitting on the other side of the airport. And I'm like waiting 2 hours for the plane, and I'm trying to keep my emotions down. And I'm waiting. I'm sorry, y'all. And the lady come over, and she told me, she said, I don't know what you're going through, but God asked me to come over here and pray for you and just give you a hug. And she said, I don't know what you're going through, but I see you going through a battle with something bad. And she's on the opposite side. At the airport, you might be here, and the chairs is over there. And that lady came over, and that lady hugged me. And she prayed for me. And she said that God already prepared you for this day. And she said a prayer, and she said, now you just got to go and take care of it. And it was weird for that lady to say that, y'all. And she had to probably be a prophet or something, because before my son died, I didn't know which one of them. I was sewing clothes, and I was making clothes. And a vision came to me and said, you better get prepared, because you about to plan a funeral. And I said, Lord Jesus, no. And I knew It wasn't my mama, because remember, my mama dying with cancer. I knew they wasn't talking about my mama. I felt it in my gut that it was one of my kids. I knew it. I knew what I said. Lord Jesus, no. But I knew the vision revealed to me. You better get prepared, because you finna bury one of your kids. So like when they say, God said, I'm going to go prepare a place for you. But that woman came and talked to me. And she happened to be taking the same flight to Chicago that I was on. And that lady just prayed. She held my hand. She hugged me, because I was afraid of having an outburst. And they kicked me off the plane, just screaming. Because I really, when it first happened, I couldn't stop screaming. So I was blessed to have that comfort. I would say she was an angel, some lady in the airport that comforted me on that flight. And once I got there, my sister-in-law was there. So I'm saying that to say, find the best doctors that care about you, that will help you, that will understand you, that they're not in the healthcare business to make money, to make friends, to do these type of things. Find the best doctor, the best therapist that genuinely cares about their patients. And I had that with a therapist, but she wound up having a baby, and I guess I don't know if she's in private practice or what. I don't know what happened, because they don't tell you when they just leave. So that's the story I want to share with y'all. And I want y'all to know you're not alone on a mental health journey. That doesn't make you crazy. And it's okay to get honest with the people that you're close to and you trust. It's okay to do that. And if you need medication, it's okay to take that too. But know what's right for you. Thanks for listening to my story. And I hope that my mental health journey helps somebody. Thank you. Bye-bye.